everybody, welcome to Sim Race TV. You know what time it is. We're live tonight, Lanier National Speedway for the Sim Addicts, the Outlaw Modified Series here, race number 6. That's right, it's Modified Mondays here. 50 laps coming up for race number 6. Last week, Kendal Tucker took home the win, so he's going to try to make it 2 in a row. Be the first time that, we had a 2 in a row. What's up, Jared? Good luck, man. Second in the points. Coming into last week, Mr. Murphy. So, I'm not sure how it turned out, but I believe you closed the gap on him a little bit. So, good luck out there tonight. And that's right, we're talking about the point standings. Last week, points aren't updated for last race, but I know coming into the last race, coming into race number 5, so after 4 races, JD Brown was leading the points by 28 over Jared Murphy. Jared Murphy's in second. Wes Gwaltney's in third with 31 points out there. And Shad, Prescott, Clay Devin round out the top 5, but we don't have an updated points for this week. And JD Brown missed the feature last week. They do have provisionals though, so probably be all right as far as the total point standings goes here as the season winds down, but we're still a little bit early in the season. I believe we're approaching halfway, so we got about 6 more races here after tonight. Here tonight, we're at Lanier, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV, and of course, I'm Jay Weezy up here. Going to be bringing you this action here tonight for the Sim Addicts Modified Mondays. That's right, the Outlaw Modified Series. And I'm pretty excited about this one. So if you're out there watching, you want to talk to one of these drivers, if I get a moment, let me know who it is and what you want to ask them. I'll try to get them on the radio and find out, hey, what's going on with you. And also, Clay Devin, the fastest in practice right now. But first, we're going to take you through the weather here at Lanier National Speedway. It's partly cloudy, winds out of the northeast at a slow 2 miles per hour. Temperature is 75 degrees. Track is 99. Track's a little bit warmer than usual. It's usually a lot cooler than that, so we'll see how it works out for these drivers. That is the weather. Now let's go through the top 10 here in practice. Clay Devin is on top of the leaderboard with a 13.951. The number 84 machine, this guy right here, D1RT, hose down the top. Shad Prescott in a second. Close second, that is. 1,000th of a second separates our number 1 and our number 2 drivers, and both of those drivers are D1RT. And then we got Hayden Cardwell. That's only 3 thousandths out. So the top 3 drivers only separated by 3 thousandths of a second. That was in practice, but now we're moving on to qualifying, where we're going to find out who can do it again. Who can put it up there on top of the leaderboard here? Start pole position and heat number 1 coming up. We got heat races. We got D, C, and B mains coming up. So get what you need for a good race. These guys are qualifying. But we'll take a look at Clay Devin. He was the fastest one in practice. So let's see what he can do here in qualifying, and we'll throw this up on the screen for you. Clay Devin. Sorry about that, had to handle some business real quick, but let's see what happened here. Clay Devin did put it on top of the charts with a 14.235, so the times have slowed down just a little bit here as the track has a little bit more wear on it. But Clay Devin threw down that 235. Shad Prescott, this driver, number 2 position, 14.253, and in third is JD Brown right here. JD Brown had a tough week last week. Didn't make it into the feature. and he came into it as the points leader by 28 points, so good luck to him. Hayden Cardwell steals the #1 spot from Clay Devin with a 14.155. We'll see if he can hold on to that spot. A lot of fast drivers here tonight. 51 cars has showed up so far, and I believe they might still be piling in. So we still got drivers out there that are showing up to the racetrack. Problem is, we only have enough spots for 20 to make it to the 50-lap main event here at Lanier National Speedway for the Outlaw Modified Series, the Sim Addicts Monday Modifieds. I call it Monday Modified Mondays, but hey, it is what it is. Hayden Cardwell, Clay Devin, Shad, Prescott, your top 3, and I'll throw this up on the screen for you here for qualifying. Cardwell, Devin, Prescott, Barton, Brown, Casey Everett, Sutton, Murphy, and Grabansky holding on to that top 10 right there. All right, who's out there now? Looks like Jordan Casey's out on, nope, not Jordan, Scotty Grabansky. TJ Coggins is out there. Let's take a look. TJ trying to move up the charts. Right now, he scored 31st on the leaderboard, 14.751. Maybe had a little bit of difficulty running his qualifying time, so could be trouble for Jarrett Murphy. I'm sorry, Thomas Coggins. Let's see who's out there now. Jack Clevenger on the racetrack. The number 45 machine currently scored in 38th in this qualifying session with a 15.052. Lance Christie, another driver out on the track. This is the number 9 machine of Lance Christie. 14.928, his fastest lap. So these drivers are going to be duking it out in these heat races, the C and D and B mains. So it's going to be tough, and it's been tough every week over here with all these drivers, really fast drivers, showing up to race out there. And man, I tell you what, I would not be able to hang out. I'd be a lap car. I wouldn't make the feature, but I'd even be a lap car in the D main. Here we go, the 714, 14.610. That's 23rd position. So you see it. Less than 0.2 of a second separates first from 23rd. Now that says a lot. Times are close. So when it comes down to the 50-lap main event here, the feature race tonight, consistency is going to be key. So we'll find out who's going to be the most consistent here, but that's later on. First, you have to make the show. You have to make the show first. Race your way in. Heat races coming right up. Qualifying is over, and Hayden Cardwell takes the pole for race number 6 here at Lanier National Speedway. All right, guys, heat race number 1 about to be underway here, and the driver sitting on the pole is going to be sitting on the pole of this heat race. Heat race number 1, it's Hayden Cardwell starting on pole. JD Brown's going to be outside him, the number 14 machine, the Bad Racing. We got 2 bad drivers sitting on the front row, by the way. Bad Racing controlling the front row of this heat race. Scotty Grabansky sitting in the number 3 spot, second row inside. That is the number 34. Does not have a number on it, but it is the number 4 of Scotty. 34 of Scotty Grabansky. Outside of him, this driver, the 023 of Todd Hook, sitting there with the HRT logo on that Outlaw Modified Series on the hood. Good looking car there. Third row inside is going to be the 254 of Mason Lynch there. Lynch Mob Beats. Outside of him is going to be Casey McAllister. I see a D1RT logo on there. Barton Lumber on the back side of that thing here. Let's got these powerful engines down a little bit here. Sean Bowers is going to be on the inside of the 4th row. Apologize here. We didn't get through the rest of the grid. Dustin Hall, the Bad Racing Machine, Jonathan May, and Jeremy Ogle rounds out. Is that Ogle? Ogle. Sorry. Jeremy Ogle rounds out the field as we get set to go green. Hayden Cardwell starting on the pole. He's going to be one hammering down here. Start this race off. Heat race number 1. Todd Hook gets pushed up the track just a little bit, drops all the way back to the back as a few drivers get around him there. JD Brown not going to let Hayden Cardwell get too far away. Top 3 will be locked in to the main event. We got trouble in the back. The 199 of Sean Bowers. He got tangled up with a driver. We're going to keep an eye on this transfer spot right now. Mason Lynch is in control of it, but here comes Scotty Grabanski, the number 34 machine, as well as Dustin Hall in the 331. These drivers all trying to get their way up to the number 3 spot, and right now it's that 254 machine holding on to the last transfer spot. Scotty Grabanski, he gets really close, but just not close enough as he pulls to the inside of the 254. Not the power and the momentum that he needed going down the straightaway. They're still going to remain side by side as Dustin Hall pulls up, trying to put a move on Scotty Grabanski. It's about to be a 3-wide battle for this last transfer spot. Dustin Hall known to steal that last transfer spot as we are approaching 2 laps ago when the Hayden Cardwell comes across the line this time. Scotty Grabanski takes over the number 3 spot. The 254 of Mason Lynch drops back to 5th. And Dustin Hall holding on to the number 4 spot right now, just 1 spot away from being above that cutoff line. Scotty Grabanski looking good right now. The white flag out for Hayden Cardwell. Can Scotty Grabanski hold off Dustin Hall for 1 more lap? Looks like he's going to be able to do it as Hayden Cardwell barely makes that win. JD Brown really put the pressure on him. Let's take a look one more time. This is off of turn number 4. Lord have mercy, how close does it get? That was close, man. Hayden Cardwell, he will win heat race number 1, by the way. What a race. What a photo finish. Honestly, what a photo finish. All right, we'll go back live here. We was going to replay that heat race finish there between number 1 of Hayden Cardwell, number 2 of JD Brown, but we're going to move on. It's heat race number 2, and these guys are sitting on the grid getting ready to rumble. Kendal Tucker sitting on the pole of this one, the 00 machine there. Last week's winner. He walked away with the trophy and the checkered flag last week. The 06 Motorsports number 00. Jordan Casey's going to be on his outside. The number 442 machine. Jordan Casey 06 on the side of his as well. So this one, it's a 06 front row here. Third is going to be the 313 of Greg Thompson. Outside of him, the 26 machine of Eric Eichstadt. Third row inside is going to be Wes Gwaltney in the 81. Kyle Thompson, the number 90, alongside him. TJ Coggins in the 88, starting 4th row inside. And Fry, the number 31 machine, is going to be outside of him. Last row, Jeff Hendrick and John Eck. Sorry, I can't get his name. We'll try it again later on. Let's go back up front here where we had just got this thing going. Sorry about the music in the background. Running a little bit late. A little late on that one. It's all good. Here we are. Kendal Tucker trying to keep it out in front of that 442. Jordan Casey looking good. They're holding on to the number 2 and the number 1 spot. Let's take a look at this last transfer spot. Greg Thompson. We're going to keep an eye on this 3rd position right behind him. He's got the 81 of Wes Gwaltney. Can't quite see him in that shot. He's a little bit further back. But we got a battle right behind him. Wes Gwaltney battling with TJ Coggins. This is for the number 4 spot, which is not a transfer spot, but if these guys can catch up to Greg Thompson in the 313, might be able to slip their way in. Our leaders up front are putting on a show right now because Jordan Casey not cutting Kendal Tucker any breaks. These two teammates nose to tail as they follow each other's footsteps. Well, as the 442 of Jordan Casey follows in Kendal Tucker's footsteps, Kendal knows how to lead laps, and that's what he is doing right now. 2 laps to go for Kendal Tucker. Jordan Casey there right behind him, and Greg Thompson, he's still in control of that number 3 spot. No problems there. Wes Gwaltney and Thomas Coggins finally got that thing sorted out a little bit further back. White flag out this time by, and here comes Jordan Casey. He put the move on Kendal Tucker, but Kendall's able to keep it out in front of him here. And we'll go back to our 3rd place, Greg Thompson, but our winner, Kendal Tucker, gonna take the checker flag here for heat race number 2. Great race by those guys. 06 gonna finish 1-2. Greg Thompson gonna take home that last transfer position. What's up, Trevor? What's up, Benjamin? What's up, everybody out there watching? That's on Facebook. And we also have some people out there on YouTube. I'm not sure if anybody's on Twitch. If you are, hey man, type a comment. Let me know you're watching on Twitch TV. Just trying to get an idea if anybody goes over to Twitch. All right, let's go through our starting grid here for heat race number 3. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to be Clay Devin, the number 84 machine. He's going to be sitting on the front row here leading these guys down in that turn number 1 this time. The D1RT machine sitting there in that pole position. On his outside, we're going to have Matthew Everts, the 06. The 06 car, not the 06. Second row inside, the 118 machine of Joshua Hessen. Ryan Competition engines on the front of that thing. On his outside, it's going to be Trevor Bitterling there, WW Productions. PFC brakes on the hood. Third row inside, Brennan Lacey, the 714 machine with Longhorn chassis on the hood there. SimAddicts Racing, Elite Chassis, number 56 of Chris Miller, JD Sass, and we are not through the field. Here we go again. Heat race number 3 underway. Before I get through the rest of the field, these guys already going. These guys don't play. Lance Christie, Zach DeLong, JD Sass, Chris Miller, Dylan Hutchison. Some of the drivers that I didn't get to mention there. Clay Devin, your race leader here early in this one. Matthew Everts in second. And the final transfer spot is Joshua Hessen in the 118 machine. Hessen goes up the track just a little bit higher than he would like, and here comes Trevor Bitterling there in the 225 running the bottom line. He's got the 714 Brennan Lacey hot on his tail. They're gonna go side by side this time. It's Hessen and Bitterling on the bottom. Hessen on the high side. The 714 Brennan Lacey right there in the mix as well. Looks like the bottom line might be where it's at as Clay Devin's still your leader. Matthew Everts still holding on to the number 2 spot. Trevor Bitterling takes over the number 3 spot from Brennan Lacey. From Joshua Hessen. And we're coming up on the closings of this one. Heat race number 3 about to wind down. The white flag coming out for our leader, Clay Devin, as he crosses the line this time by. Let's check him out up here. This is the final transfer spot. Trevor Bitterling holding on to it. Looks like he's going to be safe and secure as our leader comes off of turn number 4 to get the win here for heat race number 3. Clay Devin wins heat race number 3. Matthew Everts and Trevor Bitterling are going to be locked in to the 50-lap feature race here tonight. The A-Main, race number 6. That's right, ADDICTS Outlaw Modified Series here at Lanier National Speedway. "49 cars showed up, but only 20 gonna make it tonight. Only 20. You know what that means. 29 cars going home. Shad Prescott sitting on the pole for heat race number 4. Let's take a look. The D1RT number 41, your pole sitter, David Sutton, the 97, the Bad Racing number 97 there with even one graphics on the hood. Charles Silva's going to be second row inside in the number 44 machine, the HRT all over that machine. Tim Christensen, the number 27, he's got HRT Advanced Auto Parts on his car. Third row inside, the 02 machine of Danny Rogers, Fox on the side of his. Kyle Pearson's going to be on his outside. Jonathan Smith going to be starting fourth row inside, the number 23 machine, Bones Consulting on the side of his car. The 45 of Jack Clevenger there, the Toyota Racing Development machine. Fifth row is going to be Michael Clay all by himself as we get set to go green. I'm not going to miss this one. Cut that. Let's get it going here. Shad Prescott, your race leader. Let's see if Shad can do what the rest of these drivers have done. Started from the pole and finished on the pole with the win. He gets a great jump. Just what he needed there. Charles Silva's fighting for that transfer spot. The number 44 machine. Great looking paint job on that. He's battling with David Sutton, the Bad Racing number 97. David Sutton up on the high side. Silva's, where'd he go? Charles Silva's, there he is. Right now, these drivers are locked in. They might want to be a little bit more careful. Don't want to make any mistakes to risk losing that number inside the main. So they're going to remain side by side. That's going to allow Tim Christensen to gain some more track position on him, and Shad Prescott give him the ability to check out. But these drivers putting on a show right now. The 97 of David Sutton on the outside here, currently scores second that time by, so he's holding his own up on the high side. Charles Silva's putting up a fight down on the bottom. These two drivers going to be side by side for the whole entire race. If they don't get this thing sorted out, they'll be 3 wide because Tim Christensen is watching right out his window. Tim, he's there, the 27. He might try to put a move on Charles Silva's this time by. A little bit of contact there, not much, just a little slight rub as the white flag's out for Shad Prescott. It's going to be the final time around for the number 41 machine, but we got to watch these last transfer spots. The 97 of David Sutton will lock himself in, as well as Charles Silva's. Shad Prescott with the win. The D1RT number 41 is going to take home heat race number 4. Checkered flag. Moving on to our 5th heat race of the night. Let's take you through our starting grid here because these guys get going pretty quick at Lanier. The D1RT number 115, that's Jed Barton, going to be starting on the pole of this one. Jarrett Murphy's going to be outside of him. He's the second in points. The last time the points were updated, but I believe he might have closed some of that. Third row inside is going to be the 17 of Justin Sick. Matt Kerperine, number 141, Super Moon on that thing. Bo DeYoung, he's going to be on the inside of the third row in the 027. On his outside, he's got Brandon Franks in the 116 D1RT machine. Third row, Ryan Leadham, the 102 machine. On his outside, it's going to be Danny Lawson. Elite chassis on that thing. Benjamin Burke starting tail end of this one. The number 247 machine as we get set to go green. Jed Barton's D1RT number 115 set to hammer down. The green flag is out. Jared Murphy already challenging for that number 1 spot. Can Jed Barton hold him off? On the outside, Jared Murphy, a little bit of bumping and grinding going on right there, but you know what they say, there ain't nothing wrong. Right? Ain't that what they say? With a little bump and grind? Jed Barton doing a good job holding off Jared Murphy. Jared couldn't get around him on that first initial try. Matt Kerperine looking really fast at that 141 Super Moon machine. He's currently holding on to that last transfer position, that third transfer spot. He's got the 116, the D1RT of Brandon Franks coming up on him. Brandon has his sights set on the 141 machine. Let's see if the D1RT number 116 can get around that 141 of Matt Kerperine. Matt Kerperine looks good there, but I'll tell you what, a lot of fast drivers here tonight. Can't count anybody out as Matt Kerperine pulls up to the back bumper of Jared Murphy. Jared starting to lose a little bit of ground to our leader, Jed Barton, as the white flag comes out for the number 115, our race leader, Jed Barton. Oh, contact between Matt Kerperine and the 116 machine. Brandon Franks. Oh, no contact. Matt Kerperine takes the transfer spot from the number 115. Whoa, no. That was tough to see. Jed Barton gets the win for heat race number 5, so congratulations to him. Jared Murphy and Matt Kerperine locked in unless they get in trouble. There will be penalties if needed, you know, so we'll see. It didn't look dirty to me. Or did it? Hey, all I can say is contact. That's all I'm saying. Contact. All right. 5 of these drivers will advance to the B main, or we'll see what happens here. Maybe I can get a word from an admin on that. If not, no big deal. Here we go. Starting lineup for the D main, the 199 of Sean Bowers Fry in the number 31 machine, starting outside pole. Second row inside, Dylan Hutchinson. On his outside, Jack Clevenger. Third row inside, Benjamin Burke. Jeremy Ogle starting on his outside in that third row. Fourth row's Jeffrey Herrick in the 49. On his outside, Lance Christie. Fifth row, Michael Clay, Danny Lawson. Sixth row, Jonathan May. And Chris Miller starting last but not least. But we'll get set for this one. It's going to be a good one. A lot of drivers trying to fight to lock themselves into the B main, where they'll have a chance to, you know, move on to the feature race. Right now, 15 drivers locked in. 5 more will be accepted into the feature race from the B main. Green flag's out for the D main. And Bowers looking good right now. Gets a good start, but he's got Fry on his outside. Right now, we got a battle for that #1 spot. Bowers looking good on the bottom. Fry moves from the top to the bottom. Tries to throw a little bit of contact against that third place driver, the 247 of Burke. These guys gonna bang it out, but hey, 5 of them's gonna transfer this time, so they don't have to try too hard. Right now, they're locked in. Running in third, second. Let's take a look at Jack Clevenger. Jack's pulling up to the back bumper. He's looking to mix it up with these drivers. Chris Miller right now, he's running in that last transfer spot. Let's see what he's got. He's got to hold off the 8 of Jeremy Ogle. Right now, we got a battle going on in front of him. Fry still going at it. The 31 trying to get around Sean Bowers for the lead here to take over the lead. Plenty of laps left here in this one. It's going to be 6 to go when he crosses that line this time by. It looks like Fry will be our race leader as he has a nose ahead of Sean Bowers there when they cross the start-finish line. Now he is comfortably out front. And the 199 moves up the track, trying to find a different, faster line for that 199. The bottom not quite as fast as he was expecting it to be. Could be his setup, but he's still doing a great job holding on to the #2 spot. Benjamin Burke trying to close in on that #2 spot there. Currently running third. And our last transfer spot is Chris Miller. He's still got it by a country mile. Jeremy Ogle just a little bit too far back from Chris Miller right now. So top 5 is pretty comfortable unless there's something that happens between the 199 of Sean Bowers, Benjamin Burke, and the 247. Or the 45 of Jack Clevenger, but this one's about over. White flag's gonna be out. And we got a 2-way battle for the #2 spot. Fry clears the lap traffic. Fry gonna take the checkered flag. We got a battle for second right here. The 199 of Sean Bowers held off Benjamin Burke. Jack Clevenger come home fourth. Chris Miller, he's going to advance and lock himself into the B main. All right, moving on to the C main, where we're going to lock 5 more drivers in to the B main, where the B main will take 5 and transfer them over to the A main. Let's take a look at our starting grid here. Mason Lynch gonna be starting on the pole of this one. The C main. He's gonna have the 26 right here of Eric Eichstedt on his outside. JD Sass there starting second row inside, and alongside him is gonna be Jonathan Smith. Third row inside is gonna be Bo DeYoung, the 027. And alongside him, the 023 of Todd Hook. Fourth row, inside, Kyle Thompson, the number 90. And alongside him is going to be Zach DeLong, the 51. Fifth row, Kyle Pearson. Ryan Leadholm on his outside. Sixth row is going to be the 31 of Fry. And Sean Bowers. Seventh row is Benjamin Burke and Jack Clevenger. And last in the field is going to be Chris Miller, the number 56 machine, as Mason Lynch gets set to take these drivers around the racetrack. It's going to be 12 more laps here for the C main, where 5 will transfer to the B. those top 5 spots. If you don't finish in the top 5, you will go home. Just like 29 drivers will tonight. You do not want to be a part of those 29 drivers that go home, so get out there and show them what you got. Show us what you got. The B main's coming up next. Right now, it's the C main, and Mason Lynch is leading this one. JD Sass in second. Bodie Young, Todd Hook, and Eric Eichstadt. The last driver above the cutoff line. Let's take a look further back where Kyle Pearson's at. The number 60 machine. He's all over the back of Eichstadt. Eichstadt in the 26, not giving much room to the 60 of Pearson. Pearson trying to push him up the track just a little bit. Give me some room on the bottom, he said. And he's going to be able to make that pass. The 26 up the track there, not quite as fast as when he was on the bottom. That's going to allow the 60 of Kyle Pearson to take that last transfer spot. Lynch, Sass, DeYoung, Todd Hook, and Kyle Pearson right now. Let's take a look at these guys. They are battling. This is for 6th, which is the first one to go home. So you want to finish 5th or better. Starting to get single file here as we are approaching 3 laps to go. Mason Lynch, still your leader. The 254 holding on to this one. He's led all the laps so far, coming up on the 45 machine. The 45 about to go a lap down, currently in 12th position, trying to stay ahead of that 254. Lynch really fast right now, and he is being chased by the 022 of JD Sass. This time by, it's going to be the white flag for Mason Lynch for this C main. One more time around. Let's keep an eye on this transfer spot. Kyle Pearson all alone by himself in that transfer spot, so no problem there. As Mason Lynch comes off of 4, he will take the checker flag and get the win for the C main. JD Sass comes home second. Bodie Young, Todd Hook, and Kyle Pearson wraps up the top 5 that will compete in the B main, where they will take 5 drivers into the feature race here tonight. 50 laps coming up. Get ready. Here it goes. The B main about to start. And only 5 drivers are going to come out of this one happy. So far, we've already had a bunch of drivers that did not make it. 49 cars showed up, but only 20 will make it. So 29 cars going to go home. Don't be a part of those. Dustin Hall starting on the pole here for the B main. Great place for him to start. Wes Gwaltney outside of him. Joshua Hessen starting inside second row. Outside of him is going to be the 27 of Tim Christensen. Third row, Brandon Franks, the 116. The number 12 of Casey McAllister starting outside third row. Fourth row inside, the 88 of TJ Coggins. Brennan Lacey is going to be alongside him. The fifth row is going to be Danny Rogers in the 02 and Justin Sick in the 17. Mason Lynch, JD Sass, Bodie Young, Todd Hook, and Kyle Pearson wraps up the rest of the field as we get set to go green here for the B main. This will be a good one. The top 5 will move on to the feature here tonight. Race number 6. Great start for our leader, Dustin Hall. He gets out about 3 or 4 car lengths there before he hits the middle of the backstretch. The 81 of Wes Gwaltney, he is battling side by side with Joshua Hessen. The 88 of TJ Coggins, the 27 of Tim Smith, the 116 and the 27 get hooked together, and the 714 of Brennan Lacey has nowhere to go. Tim Christensen barely makes it out of that one, and that's the same type of trouble that happened last week. So our points leader, J.D. Brown. Up front, Dustin Hall still leading them around. 10 to go. 9 to go, actually. Hey, what's up? We got somebody watching on Twitch, man. That's good news. I'm not sure how many over there watching, but I was curious if anybody was watching on Twitch TV. We got a battle for second right here. Joshua Hessen, Thomas Coggins, TJ running the bottom, the 88 machine. Right now, your top 5 as we are approaching halfway through this one. Dustin Hall, TJ Coggins, Joshua Hessen, and Wes Gwaltney. And last but not least is Danny Rogers. We got to keep an eye on this 5th position. The 02 holding on to it right now, and he is fast. He's all over the back of Wes Gwaltney. No yellows in the B main, no yellows in the heat races. Only time you will get a caution is in the feature race here tonight, where the cautions will be on. The 02 of Danny Rogers still being scored in the number 5 spot, which is the last spot above that cutoff line, and he will transfer if he holds on to it. Mason Lynch, the 254, trying to approach the backside of that 02. This race is coming to an end, so if you're going to make a move, got to make it now. Oh, we got a difference. Leader TJ Coggins just takes over the lead from Dustin Hall. Dustin making moves out there. Cost him the position. Cost him the win. If TJ can hang on to it for one more lap, he will walk away with the win. We got to watch this last transfer spot. The 02 machine of Danny Rogers. Danny looking good as we speak. Probably no problem there holding on to that 5 spot. TJ Coggins comes off of 4, and he barely beats Dustin Hall to the checker flag to take the win. Joshua Hessen, Dustin Hall, Wes Gwaltney, Danny Rogers, as well as our race winner, Thomas Coggins. They will be moving on to the feature race, which is coming up right after this 5-minute final practice session. 4 minutes. Hey, imagine that. It's 4 minutes. That's cool. All right. Final practice. These drivers get to go out one more time and make some critical changes if they need, or fine-tune their cars. So they'll be out there running some laps, and we'll be out there watching. I tell you what, let's take a lap around with a winner. Let's take our first one I can click on. Here we go. Clay Devin. Let's do it. Clay Devin in there working that wheels. We are on board the number 84 machine. Great looking car, great driver, great team. All right, let's recap what's been going on this season. Race number 1 at KOKOMO was won by the 07 Hayden Cardwell. This driver right here. Oh, a little bit of him and Scotty Grabansky get together. Hayden Cardwell gets a win in the first race of the season and our second race of the season. The winner of that one, another bad racing driver. The driver of the 14 machine, JD Brown. JD just had a little bit of trouble there, it looks like, but he'll be fine. Final practice. These guys can go out there and do whatever they want to. Third race of the season. Shad Prescott, he pulled off the win at LIMALAND. And right now, he's on top of the leaderboard. The number 41 D1 RT machine, fastest lap so far by all of these drivers. The 20 that did make the feature, that is 14.671, the fastest lap out there right now. Shane James, he got him a win, the number 3 machine. And I don't see Shane James here tonight. So Shane James, man, he's not going to be able to be the first time somebody won twice for the Outlaw Modified Series. All these races have been won by different drivers. And last week, Kendal Tucker took the win at USA International Speedway. Shane James won at Knoxville, by the way, if you're curious. And JD won at Charlotte. I know I didn't say that earlier, but all right, here we go. The moment that we've all been waiting for has come. The 50-lap feature race, the A main for the SimAddicts Outlaw Modified Series. Race number 6. That's right, Modified Mondays it is. And I'm excited for this one. It's going to be a good one here at Lanier National Speedway. So let's take a look at our starting grid here for tonight's race. Hayden Cardwell starting on the pole in the 07 machine. Kendal Tucker going to be alongside him. Second row, Clay Devin in the 84 machine and Shad Prescott. Third row, Jed Barton and JD Brown. Fourth row, Jordan Casey and Matthew Everts. Fifth rows, David Sutton and Jarrett Murphy. Sixth row, Scotty Grabansky and Greg Thompson. Seventh row is going to be Trevor Bitterling and Charles Silvas. Eighth row is going to be Matt Kerperine and TJ Coggins. Dustin Hall in the 9th row with Joshua Hessen. The 10th row is going to be Wes Gwaltney and Danny Rogers. And the 21st car, they're actually accepted 21 cars here tonight. A little bit odd, but tonight, that's the way it is. Maybe a mistake, maybe not. But either way, there's 21. Mason Lynch, the last one to make the race here. And we are green for the 50-lapper for race number 6. These guys are throwing up some dust at Lanier. Great racing going on up front. Kendal Tucker, Hayden Cardwell. Followed by 2 D1 RT machines, the 41 of Shad Prescott and the 84 of Clay Devin. Gotta watch this battle for the lead between Hayden Cardwell and Kendal Tucker. Oh, trouble on the racetrack here. Looks like the 06 of Matthew Everett's involved in that one. So let's go back. Let's take a look and see what happened to the number 06 machine. A lot of cars involved, I believe. Oh, contact between the 97 of David Sutton, the 06 of Matthew Evers, Jared Murphy, and also the 313 of Greg Thompson, and Scotty Grabanski was caught up in that as well. So that's going to give these guys a break up front. Hayden Cardwell gets to rest. Take a breather here from Kendal Tucker being all over him. Clay Devin and Shad Prescott holding on to the second row. Jed Barton and JD Brown going to be restarting in that third row. All right, here we go. Green flag about to fly. Hayden Cardwell stomps the throttle. Kendal Tucker, great timing on that restart. Pulls up right to the side of that 07 machine. Hayden Cardwell gets a good run there. As these guys are running quite a different line. Kendal Tucker gets the opportunity and he takes it. He pulls to the inside of Hayden Cardwell. Let's see if that momentum will carry that 07 machine a little bit faster around this racetrack. Kendal Tucker trying to put a move on him. Kendal, if he gets out front, it's going to be hard to get around that 06 machine. The 00, that is. So far, so good for the Bad Racing 07 machine of Hayden Cardwell. Shad Prescott and Clay Devin holding on strong to the third and fourth position. Rounds out the top five is going to be Jordan Casey in the 442, another 06 driver. So right now we got Bad Racing leading this one, 06 in second, 06 in fifth. The other two drivers, third and fourth, is Clay Devin, Shad Prescott, the D1RT machines. Hayden Cardwell barely keeping it out front of Kendal Tucker. Kendal keeping the pressure on Cardwell. Cardwell no stranger of being up front, but neither is Kendal Tucker. And after a win last week, momentum should be with Kendal Tucker, but Hayden Cardwell was in victory lane here as well. Race number one. If either one of these drivers that are running up front win this race, we will have the first two-time winner for this season. Tucker to the inside. Still side by side as they barrel down the backstretch. Hayden Cardwell just has a better run on the straightaway, was able to clear Tucker heading off into three. Now Tucker falls back in line. He gains a little bit of ground there sliding through the corners, but Cardwell just gets a great run down the straightaway. Here he goes one more time with a fender on the inside of Hayden Cardwell. Hayden taps the outside wall, does cause a little bit of drag, slows down that 07 machine, and that allows Kendal Tucker to stay to the inside here. And in the meantime, here comes the 41 of Shad Prescott. Prescott trying to catch these guys battling each other and sneak by them as he runs the bottom. Shad Prescott, the D1RT number 41, running a different line than our two drivers that are leading this one. Looking at the lap times, looks like Hayden Cardwell and Kendal Tucker a half of a tenth faster than Shad Prescott at the moment, but last time I looked, Shad Prescott only a tenth faster, a little over a tenth faster than both of these guys as he switches up his line, starts running the same line as the top two. Okay, I take that back. Shad Prescott running a low line in 1 and 2, and then kind of running the same line as Cardwell and Tucker. 24-25 when they cross the line this time by. That will be halfway. We've had one caution here so far, and Cardwell struggling to keep it in front of Kendal Tucker. But Kendal Tucker also struggling to get around that 07. Both of these drivers extremely fast. Former teammates as well. Now, Bad Racing is the team that Hayden Cardwell is running on at 06 as Kendal Tucker. 3 different teams running 1, 2, 3 right now. Oh, Tucker into the wall, makes a little contact with Shad Prescott. Shad gonna move to the bottom there, see if he can gain some ground on Tucker, and he does to the inside as they went into 1. Tucker slides up the racetrack. Shad Prescott gets a great run. They go door to door off into turn number 3. Prescott keeps it down on the bottom. Tucker slides right up to the wall. Tucker able to hold off Shad Prescott for the time being, but here comes the 41 machine. And in the meantime, Hayden Cardwell, oh, contact from Kendal Tucker. That will slow down Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell had checked out there for just a second. More contact. That allows Shad Prescott to take the lead. And whoa, that's no good. Tucker and Prescott make contact, turns Shad Prescott right across the nose of Kendal Tucker and straight up into the outside wall, and I cannot believe we did not have a yellow flag there. Shad Prescott managed to hang on to it. He does drop back into the 4th position, but it will remain green here. Prescott had the lead for just a second, and it all slipped away from him, and it rotates all the way back around to Hayden Cardwell leading this one. Tucker did everything he could do to take the lead from these drivers, but wasn't quite able to do it. That moves Jordan Casey, another 06 driver, up into 3rd. So see if Jordan can run down Kendal Tucker and Hayden Cardwell. I heard that. Kendal Tucker trying to put a move on Cardwell. They make contact. Tucker bobbles it. Loses a lot of ground to Hayden Cardwell. Hayden gonna be the leader here this time by. 38 laps down, 12 laps to go. Shad Prescott still running in 4th. Clay Dabin rounds out the top 5. And J.D. Brown is in number 6 position right now. Still green here, only one caution. That was early on, and a few cars involved in that one. Looks like Tucker starting to get a little bit closer here to Hayden Cardwell's. They're approaching lap traffic. Let's see how well they can navigate and if these lap cars will play a role in this race or not. Kendal Tucker doing everything he can to get the lead from Hayden Cardwell, but can he do it? Cardwell slides right up behind Wes Gwaltney. Gwaltney moves it up to the high side there. The 0-2 He's running way down on the bottom to stay out of the way of our race leader, Wes Gwaltney, on the high side in front of Hayden. Hayden has to check up just a little bit there. Tucker tries to put a move on him while they're going through traffic. Contact between the two 06 drivers, Jordan Casey and Kendal Tucker, get together. Wes Gwaltney stuck in front of these 06 machines as they navigate through this traffic. Hayden Cardwell with a clean track in front of him, and this time by it'll be 7 more times around. So let's take a look. Kendal Tucker, Jordan Casey, and Shad Prescott going at it right here for third. Tucker starting to get close to Cardwell again. Might have to go back up here and watch the battle between those guys one more time. If he does get to him, it looks like he is there. Kendal Tucker all but on the inside of Hayden Cardwell off of turn number 4. 5 more times around. If Hayden Cardwell can hold off Kendal Tucker, he will be the first 2-time winner this season. Kendal Tucker coming off a win last week. He wants to be the first 2-time winner here for the Outlaw Modified Series here for Modified Mondays with the Sim Addicts. Trevor Bitterling stays on the bottom and out of the way. 3 laps to go. 07 leading this one. Bad Racing led almost every lap here tonight. But can he lead that most important one and take the win? We're going to find out. 2 laps to go for Hayden Cardwell. Kendal Tucker putting pressure all over the back. Will he do it clean? Will he do it dirty? We're going to find out. Will he do it at all? White flag out last time around for Hayden Cardwell, the 07 machine. Led a lot of laps, fought off Kendal Tucker the whole time, and he will be able to do it. He takes the checkered flag to become the first 2-time winner here for the Sim Addicts Outlaw Modified Series. And a great race by all these drivers here at Lanier National Speedway for race number 6 on SRTV Network. And I'm Jay Weezy, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. What a race going on out here at Lanier. Kendal Tucker did everything he could to get around Hayden Cardwell, but just couldn't do it. Hayden Cardwell seems to be too fast out here tonight. And congratulations to the number 07 machine of Hayden Cardwell. He did a great job. And as well, so did Kendal Tucker, Shad Prescott, Jordan Casey, and JD Brown's going to finish in the 5th position. There's the contact you seen earlier right there. Almost caused Hayden Cardwell to get into the 81 machine as he was trying to get around the 81, which was trying to stay on the lead lap. Hayden Cardwell with a beautiful slider up the track across the nose of Wes Gwaltney. We're just gonna have to watch this real quick while I get these drivers lined up to do driver interviews. Don't go nowhere. Let's hear what they got to say. Great race here tonight. Kendal Tucker is. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Kendal Tucker, Jay Weezy, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Was there anything you could have done differently besides, you know, just straight up take him out? I mean, it looked like you tried everything you could do. And also, did the lap cars play a role in, you know, you trying to get around him?
I guess the only really shot I had at him was just to flat out dump him, which he tried to do to me. I got past him right there on lap 32. Was outside. He just went in there and just adored the hell out of me, basically, and just I don't know. When he don't have a fast race car, he don't really know how to lose. So but it's all good. We'll keep it in memory bank. We'll just take it on to the next one. But just sucks that happened right there. You know, we had a way faster car than him the entire race. I mean, every time I would try to make a move, he would just come right down right across my nose and just send my car just flying in the slick, and I'd have to run him back down probably 4 or 5 different times. So just really frustrating when you're having to run behind somebody like that that's just that much slower than you, and you've got people like Shad Prescott that's behind you, and just me and him was the fastest cars on the track, I feel like, and Jordan had a really good hot rod tonight. But just frustrating when the slider line's like that to have to follow somebody that's slow like that, because I mean, if he can just hold his line, it's hard to get around him if you have a faster car behind him. But
yeah, man, speaking of Shad Prescott, what causes the contact between you and him? And luckily he hung on to it, managed to come back up to 3rd place. What was that? What happened there?
Yeah, I already apologized to him. It's just the fact that Hayden just come in there and just basically tried to take me out. So from my point of view, I was really just crossed up after that, because I mean, it almost sent me head on to the wall. So I was just coming all the way down across the track. Didn't even really know Shad was that close until he got right up on me, and I tried to let off, and on the replay here, my left front's up on his deck. So we just got hooked, and I was trying to get off. I wasn't even on the gas, but it's just frustrating. I hate that for him. It's just a product of Hayden being Hayden.
Yeah, it's a tough track here, Lanier, man, but you guys put on a great show, and hey, man, it's always fun talking to you, and thanks for keeping it pretty classy. You guys kind of bumped and banged against each other a little bit, but hey, that's racing. And anybody want to thank, though, tonight?
Yeah, I got to give a big thanks to all the guys at Z6. You know, Jordan, he had a really good run tonight. The guys back there at Z6, everything they do to keep this thing going. I got to thank Jim Emery with Superman Graphics, and I just want to apologize again to Shad right there. I mean, I didn't mean to do that right there. It's just completely out of my hands. Just racing hard. You know, I just was trying to give Hayden room on the outside when I really should have just went ahead and stuffed him in the wall instead of because Shad, he didn't do nothing. He didn't deserve that. But anyways, I hope he'll accept that apology. It was nothing intentional. I hate it happened for both of us, really, especially him. He had a really good hot rod.
Absolutely, man. Hey, man, we'll go back and watch it. Hopefully, maybe you'll think differently about it. I know that when I get out of the race car, I feel a certain way, and then when I go back and watch it, you know, it's a little different. But hey, man, good talking to you, and good racing out there.
Sir, thank you for the broadcast.
Hey, yes, sir. Hayden Cardwell's Jay Weezy, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, hell of a job out there tonight. Led 49 laps and would have led them all, but Shad Prescott stuck his nose up in there when you was battling with Kendal Tucker. He was all over you out there, man. How'd you keep it out in front of him?
Yeah, I knew from the start of the green flag. I saw Kendal and Shad. They were both really fast, which I was just trying to hold my line, that slider line, and it was going to be tough to pass, which he said that I ran him over, but I don't know how I could run him over if I was on the outside the whole entire race, but it's just a product of that happening with racing, but he'll say what he wants to say, and we'll move on.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You know, everybody's got their own opinion, and hey, sometimes I feel a certain way, like I told him. Sometimes I feel a certain way after a race, and then I go back and watch it, and I feel differently afterwards. But you guys was out there putting on a show. Barely kept it out in front of him, coming up on them lap traffic cars. What was going through your mind, man? How'd you get through there like that, luckily?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I knew we came up on them 2 lap cars. One was on the top and one was on the bottom. And I knew if I could kind of get some separation just for a couple laps just to breathe a little bit, I could maybe hold on. But I just did the best I could there and let traffic, and it paid off splitting them 2 lap cars in 3 and 4 that one lap.
Oh, yeah, man. You slid right up through there, man, perfectly. Couldn't have timed it, did it any better. I know I couldn't have done it at all, but That's another story. Anyways, yeah, man, and you know, Kendal, he ended up being right back on your back bumper. So first time, two-time winner here for this season for the ADDICTS Outlaw Modified Series, man. So I'd like to tip my hat to you for that. We've had a different winner each week. Tonight, you sealed the deal on that one, the first two-time winner out there. Congratulations on the win. Anybody want to thank?
Oh yeah, I just want to go ahead and thank SCP, Napa Auto, H&M, Evil Graphics, and everybody at Bad Racing. I mean, everybody can say what they want to say, but I mean, I've had tons of success here, and I mean, the haters are gonna hate. I mean, that's all I can say.
Hey, that's right, and I always say that myself. I need to get that tattooed on me or something. Hey, good job out there, and I really had a blast watching you out there. So, hey, man, I can't wait till next week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Hayden Cardwell, the winner of tonight's race, race number 6 here for the ADDICTS Outlaw Modified Series here on Modified Mondays. It was race number 6. That means next week, it's going to be race number 7, and guess where we're going? We are going to VOLUSIA, which is one of the better tracks as far as some good racing. Not only does Lanier, KNOXVILLE, and those other tracks like Charlotte put on some good racing, but VOLUSIA puts on some great racing. But it won't be next week. It'll be the 18th next week. No racing next week, so hope you don't miss us too much. And I hope you enjoyed what you seen out there tonight. If you did, check out the ADDICTS in the description of the video if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, it's all in there. And if you're not watching, you're watching on Twitch, hey, find us on Facebook. If you got any questions for us over here at SRTV Network, hit us up on Facebook. And of course, like I always say, I'm Jay Weezy. Until next time for SRTV Network, keep getting dirty.